Right, what's going on, guys? So today I'll bring you guys a YouTube video. Now, you guys probably aren't used to seeing a YouTube video up on this channel for a while. I think it's been a good 3 or 4 months, which I apologise. To be honest, I just don't really play FIFA anymore, and I didn't want to put content out that wouldn't be good or information like good for you guys. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't really help too much. So yeah, so that's why I haven't uploaded. I apologise. The support you guys did show when we were doing it was absolutely incredible. If you guys can't tell already, today the video we're going to be doing is a Euro 2020 prediction. Now, I'm a massive football fan. I love football. I'm always keeping up with football, and the Euros I'm very, very, very excited about. So I've seen a couple other people do it, so I thought I'll put my 2 pence in, do my prediction, and then obviously you guys can agree, disagree, let me know what you think. I'll kind of talk you guys through my choices, and then we'll see who ends up winning the tournament. Who knows, really? It's going to be a very interesting one. It's a very weird tournament, I think, this one. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, please drop a sub. I'm trying to upload more. This channel might go to a bit more like football orientated because when it's the off season of FIFA, maybe football could be our thing, and hopefully we can enjoy the journey and see how it goes. So yeah, let me have a quick. So Group A. So we'll start with Group A now. This is a really odd group, right? Because Italy they've got some good players. They've got the likes of Immobile and like Verratti, Lorenzo Insigne. Like they've got some good players. Turkey, obviously, they've got a lot of their players have been doing really well. You've got Yaziki and Yilmaz, who have been banging in goals, really. You've got that right back, that Celik, is that his name? Then you've got other casted players like Çalhanoğlu and some others. And then obviously Wales and Switzerland, they're decent, but nothing crazy. I think, to be honest, Italy have got a lot of young players that I like the look of. So I'm going to put Italy first. I'm going to put Turkey second, Switzerland third, and Wales fourth. I don't like the look at the Wales team. Ain't great. They've got Bale, who's on his last legs, Ramsey, who isn't that incredible, and then Dan James, who, as a Man United fan, I know that he's dog water, to be honest. Group B, I think, is pretty simple. As much as I actually don't rate Belgium anywhere near as much as everyone else seems to, I think their defence is pretty awful. I think that Hazard isn't what he used to be. Mertens is getting on, even though he's had a good season. I think he's getting on a bit. I'm a Lukaku fan, despite being a United fan, and he left. But I think Lukaku is very good. The midfield is definitely the strongest part of their team, but the defence is too bad for me. But they've also go top of this group just because this group is pretty poor. Then I think obviously Denmark will go second. Christian Eriksen, Kasper Schmeichel. We've got that Sorloth as well. I don't think he's too terrible. And I think it's just more down to the fact that the other two are just really bad. And then I don't know really what one to choose between. I guess I'll go Russia third and Finland fourth. The only Finnish player I can think of is Hradecky, so no one too incredible there. This group again, I think it's pretty obvious. Now obviously Holland again are a good team. I do think that the attacking options in their squad is quite poor. I think it could let them down, but I know they do have a lot of young players coming up, so as it always is with Holland, and maybe if Depay and Donny van der Beek can kind of get some sort of partnership, I don't know. Maybe that could work out for them, but their defence is so good and so is the midfield, so they're obviously going to go top. Austria is definitely going to be next. I think obviously they've got Marko Arnautovic, Sabitzer, they've got David Alaba, and I'm sure I'm missing a few others. But they've got some very, very decent players, actually. I quite like the look of Austria. Ukraine will go third just because I think Macedonia are that bad. So that's why they will go fourth and third. Now, obviously, England. I'm an England fan, obviously, being English. I think we've got an interesting group, actually. I think Scotland have got some good players. Obviously, the likes of like Andy Robertson, Kieran Tierney, and I'm sure I'm missing John McGinn and a few others. I think Croatia, they're a decent squad, but they're a very old squad, aren't they? Perisic is getting on now. Obviously, Luka Modric is old. I like the look of Mateo Kovacic, obviously, and they've definitely got some other good players, but obviously like Kramaric and a few others. But and then obviously Czech Republic have got some good players as well. Obviously Souček, Kufal, and I know I'm missing probably quite a few. But England still go top for me. Then it'll be Croatia. Then I think it'll. I think it'll go that way. I think the only one I'm undecided about is the Czech Republic, Scotland. I don't know what way that'll go, but I'll back the Czech Republic just because I think they've got Schick, and they've got a few other decent players. I think Scotland, I can't think of many past Robertson, and then Tierney, who's in the same position, and McGinn. I can't really think of many others that I think would be potential player of the tournament, or like a lot of potential player of the tournament, but people who could properly make an impact on this team. Now this one's again's an interesting group because I don't think Spain are that incredible. I think Poland are poor by Lewandowski, but if Lewandowski can carry them, then obviously they could easily top the group just because of Lewandowski. But I don't know if he's injured or not. I think he was injured come near the back end of the season. I don't know if he still is. And then I always get confused. Is it Slovakia that have Milinkovic-Savic and all them? I always get really confused. Let me have a look. Wait. I know it's Slovenia or Slovakia. Savic nation. I'm either completely wrong or right. You say Serbian, so it's the wrong one. Then I don't really know much about Slovakia then. I think I'm going to go Spain, Poland, Slovakia and Sweden because bar Emil Forsberg, I can't think of any Swedish player. Obviously you got Ibra, but Ibra's 40 at this point. Or have they got Isaac as well? I'll put them above just because I don't know anything about Slovakia. Like, I'm not saying that's correct. I just don't know anything about Slovakia as far as I can think. So, now this is a really interesting group. The Group F, the Group of Death. It's one of those. I think it's closer than people think. Like, I think people have just gone France, Portugal, Germany, Hungary, and I think it's closer than that. I think Germany are better than people give them credit for, despite their defence. Their midfield and attack is incredible. But Portugal and France are just so good that I just think they have to go above them. And that is probably the way I will still do it. But I'm just saying, I think it's definitely going to be closer than and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes maybe like Portugal third, Germany. I could see that happening. Like, if a few players in that Portugal team don't step up, then it could definitely happen. So yeah, I think that is probably how my groups are going to go. Let me know if I'm completely having a howler or with any of these teams. The only ones, like I said, I'm unsure about is this bottom two in Group D, and I think Slovakia may be better than I'm giving them credit for. I just can't think. Predict the 4 third best placed teams. I'm going to go Germany, not just because I think, like I said, I think the group will be closer. I'll go Czech Republic, I'll go Switzerland, and I'll go Sweden. I don't know about Russia or Ukraine really, so I'll just by cancelling them out, I guess. So we'll do that. So Belgium or Sweden, like I said, I don't rate Belgium anywhere near as highly as everyone else does, but I still think they could probably easily reach a semi-final just based on seeding. So Belgium will win that one against Sweden. I think that's a pretty easy one. Italy, Austria, again, this is a harder game. This isn't as easy as people think. Like I said, obviously they've got Arnautovic, David Alaba, David Sabitzer. They've got a few others I'm 99% sure about as well. They've got some few other decent players. But I will still go Italy just because I like the look of, like I said, Immobile and Insigne. And they've got a lot of nice young players. So we'll go with that. France against Switzerland. Obviously France. That's a pretty basic one. Now this one's a really hard one. It's really hard. I think Croatia's... I'm gonna go for a surprise because I think regardless the next team loses to France anyway, so it's not a massive deal. But I'm gonna go Poland just because I don't think Croatia are that great anymore. Like, I think that last World Cup final was a bit of a fluke. Like, just because Modric was that good that tournament, and I think a lot of their team is aging. And I think Lewandowski's on such great form. He could carry them because it's obviously only one game. He could definitely just have a game and knock Croatia out. So I'm going to go with Croatia. I'll go Spain. As much as Czech Republic is almost too bad that it has to be Spain. And I think I like the look of some of Spain's players. Obviously, that Gerard Moreno who scored a goal against us in the Europa League final. Woo! But I think they've got some young talent, and I like Spain. I don't hate Spain, but I think they're better than Czech Republic. Now, this is the one, right, where if I'm going with my brain, I say Portugal. And if knowing the fact that we're playing 5 at the back, and we've got Gareth Southgate, I'm still saying Portugal. But I've got to back England, because I think in terms of a squad, I think we have the 3rd best squad behind Portugal and France. But I just have to. For me, I just have to, because I'm English. I'm not going to say England are going to win the tournament, because I think France will. But I will go England, even though I think Portugal will win. If you get what I think Portugal will win, but I'm going with England because I love England. Now, Netherlands, Germany, I don't think this is anywhere near as easy as people may make it out to be. I will go Netherlands just because the defensive midfield is so good that I think they'll control the game. It'll just be a matter of if they can score their chances, which at the end of the day, that's just going to come down to if any of those players are going to step up and have a moment. And then I will go Turkey over Denmark, because like I said, Turkey have got a lot of decent actual players. Now, Belgium, Italy. It's hard because Italy's attack is really good and Belgium's defence is bad. So I think it could be a very close game. But I think like when they've got players like Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, there's too many. And Hazard, if he wants to show up, if Hazard decides to show up this tournament, it could be a lot better for them. So I will go Belgium, even though I think Italy are good. Obviously, we're going to go France. I think France are just ridiculous. Spain and England. I'm going to go England. If I'm going to back England to beat Portugal, I'm definitely backing them to beat Spain. And then Netherlands and Turkey. Again, this is hard. This is nowhere near as easy as people think. Turkey are decent. But I just think the quarterfinals is as far as Turkey are going to go. They've got like Kabak in defence. I just don't rate the defence. So yeah, I think I'll go Netherlands. So these are the semi-finals now. I think this will be obviously a really close game, but I think France will win. And I'm going to back England. Like I said, it could easily be Holland. Like I said with Holland, it's more going to be down to, I think defensively they're going to be great. And I think midfield-wise, they're going to hold the ball with Frankie de Jong. They've got obviously Gini Wijnaldum. They've got so many good young players. I'm going to back England just because I'm English. But if you were to say Netherlands, I wouldn't be mad about it at all. And then unfortunately, I probably will give it to France, even though, like I said, I'd love to choose England, but I think France will win it. So yeah, I think that's my Euro 2020 prediction. We'll come back to this probably at the end of the tournament and see how right or wrong I was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did enjoy this football style content more than just FIFA, let me know in the comments and I'll try and do some more stuff. I have a lot of opinions about football. Some people may disagree, some people may not. I don't know, but I'm definitely willing to share them if people want to hear them. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop it a like and drop it a comment. Let me know if you did, and drop me a sub if you enjoyed the videos. And I will see you guys next time, boys. Peace.